Welcome, everyone. So this is going to be a tarot reading for the sign of Gemini. I am going to basically be looking at your present moment, what you guys are up to right now. I'm going to be looking into your future a little bit, and then at the end, I'm going to be pulling some advice cards for you. Now, if you know me, you know that I shuffle my cards before I start the video. So I got a bunch of cards laid out. They're face down. I haven't looked at them. So we're going to start looking at them now and seeing what's going on with you guys. Now, the first place I want to start, I think, is your recent past. That's what these two cards are going to represent. So what I have here is I have the Hierophant with the Oracle card of the Nut. What a weird combination. The Hierophant is kind of like all about things that have been established with regards to tradition. It's like belief systems that have been established, traditions, but the Nut is like something new. So either you have a new belief system, I don't know, maybe you're like a born again, I feel like I'm saying that rudely. Maybe you're into like a new religion. Maybe you are, you've adopted some kind of new foundation for the way that you observe life, your perception of life. Let me pull advice cards for that, or tarot cards for this to see if we can get more specifics. Tell me more about this Hierophant. Tell me more about this belief system. Tell me more about the Nut here. The number 7. Yeah, this is more spiritual. So you've developed a newfound spirituality, a newfound religion, perhaps, just belief system, okay? On the bottom here, I have honey, and then underneath that is the Wizard's Tower. So the Wizard's Tower is wisdom, and you're kind of like being guided by what you like. So it's almost like what you enjoy is also leading you towards what makes you wiser. Maybe you're reading books that you enjoy, and they're also teaching you a lot of things. But I feel like there's a lot of learning, and there's a lot of like spiritual growth that's been happening in the recent past. Okay. I just peeked at the top card, and it does add another layer here because it's Scorpio. So I think that this has come through perhaps a period of not so fun experiences. We've been sort of forced to change our belief system and to adopt this new belief system, this new way of seeing things that's maybe like more spiritual, more wise. Yeah, because we've been forced to see a lot of shit. You guys have been forced, because the next couple cards are the Eye and Pluto. You have seen shit. You have seen deep, dark shit that you can't forget, that has changed you. And it has created basically a new foundation for your belief, the way you see life. Let's keep going. All right, so let's take a look at the present now. So in the present moment, I have a couple different positions I can look at. I think I'm going to look at the hand. The position of the hand tells me what you guys are actively doing. So I have here the Oracle card of Taurus with the Empress. This is literally enjoying your own skin, enjoying the touch, the feeling. This would be like taking a hot bath, like enjoying the bubbles, the feel of the water on your skin. That's the Empress in Taurus here. You can also just be enjoying like the taste and flavor of things. This is also a bit sensual here. Really enjoying the touchy-feelies, enjoying like the beauty of your own body perhaps, or of the beauty in just everyday things, like things that are around you, Taurus. Let me pull cards on this. Anything else about the Empress and Taurus? So, on a totally separate note, this could also have a lot to do with nutrition. Just taking care of yourself and really focusing on your own personal nutrition. That could definitely be the case for some of you. And then here's that Scorpio card again. Could be that this new could be that this is tied to the lessons we've learned in the past, because I got Scorpio in the past, and the new belief systems. So maybe your belief system is about taking care of yourself, you know? And that's a new thing for you, where you have adopted that as like a spiritual holistic. I'm going to treat my body holistically, like it's a temple. I'm going to treat my body like a temple. That's what I'm getting from sort of like the past into the present here, is we are now kind of really treating our bodies like a temple. I've got a couple more cards that sort of fell out here, so let's take a look. I have, again, this is all just clarifying the position of the hand, the Empress with Taurus. Just telling me a little bit more of what you guys are doing at the moment. So I have Libra, I don't know if you can see these, Libra, the Sun, Saturn, and the Foot. Wow. Making decisions, following through with them, being responsible, and the Foot is actually the following through with them. So I said that twice. Yeah. And really taking things day to day, but like doing the things you're supposed to do, doing them responsibly. I feel like this could have something to do with a diet, right? And being responsible with your diet, which is also part of this whole new adopted way of life that you've come into. All right, so let's take a look at the next position here. I'm going to leave the future for last, so I'm still in the present. But I'm going to look at how you guys are feeling about this at the moment. How are you guys feeling about how you're doing basically with this new goal? I feel like this is a new goal. Okay, so I have here the King of Pentacles with the hammer. You guys are feeling like you're actually on top of your game, in the sense that you're doing really well at fixing and addressing the physical aspects of what is around you. In your case, I think that this again harkens back to the Empress in Taurus, which is to say the body, right? We were really doing well with regards to taking care of the body. It might even be that you're, with the King of Pentacles, that you're investing in products, like you're buying organic food, you're buying like higher quality shampoo, whatever. It could also be that you're investing and that you're feeling good about these investments in your body and in repairing the physical aspects of the world around you. That's what I'm getting. I'm gonna hold these up without shaking so much. That's what I'm getting from the King of Pentacles with the hammer. I don't think I need to pull a card on that. I don't really need to pull a card on that. I'm going to keep moving to the next position, because then after this, we're getting into the future to see what's going to happen. So that'll get interesting. But right now, I just have one last position to look at. This is the present moment still. It is just your thoughts, how you're seeing the situation and perceiving it, also your strategies. So I have the Six of Pentacles with the cat. You are being very careful, you're being very thorough, and your strategy here is, I'm going to give this a fair shot, and I'm going to do this right. And then, everything else that I said kind of fits into everything else I said before, right? These are the way you're strategizing this. I'm going to give this the college try, and I'm going to do it carefully. That's the cat. I'm going to do it with great heed. That's the cat. And that's what you're doing. Okay, so let's move on to the future, see how this is going to unfold. So, short-term future, by the way. I have the Eight of Pentacles with the Oracle card of the Eight. You got double eights here. You have a long way to go. Still, I feel like you guys are just started on this path. Remember, recent past, we have the Nut, right? This is a new belief system. So I feel like this is also just a new path for you. And there's still a lot to travel. There's a lot to go still. You're kind of like just on the road somewhere, but you got, 70% of the journey, I don't know, whatever percent, but you got a lot of small details to work out. You still have a lot of small hurdles to address, that sort of thing here. And on the bottom is the hourglass. There's still time that is going to need to pass. Like your goals, this new goal, this new belief system, everything that's attached to it is tied to like a long-term path. And it's going to take a lot of time. Interesting. So on the bottom, underneath the hourglass, I do have Gemini, and I do have the Two, and I do have the Rope. So this could all be tied to just being more friendly, more engaging, being able to mingle, put yourself out there, and feeling like you have the confidence to do that. This is all tied to your ability to to this new belief system, this new goal that has to do with taking care of your body, nutrition, and really looking at the physical aspects of the world around you. This might all be tied to your ability to mingle with other people, you know? So putting it in plain terms, you kind of like want to make yourself look good, feel good, to be confident, to get out there so that you can feel like you're really taking part and engaging with people, and maybe even opening up opportunities for new relationships. Okay. So let's pull advice. That is the reading. That's the reading. That's what's coming in the future. In the future, we just have a lot more working on what you're working on. So that's the near future. That's it. But let's see what we get for advice. So the way I do advice is stuff you guys should be looking at, focused on, or aware of. Could be things you're not aware of at the moment and you need to be aware of them. Or things that you might want to put more attention to. This is going to be like a positive advice. So tell me positive advice, please, for my Gemini. Stuff my Gemini should be looking at, aware of, focused on, doing. Positive actions for my Gemini to either help with the previous reading. You know, this can just be unrelated or perhaps related. Either way. Any advice for my Geminis? Any advice for my Geminis? Please. Okay, we got one card. I feel like there's another card coming out. Anything else for my Geminis? I'm doing tarot cards, by the way. Do an oracle card in a second. Okay, so maybe it's just a one card. I don't know, I felt like one more one. Well, Judgment. Judgment. Okay. I'm going to need an oracle card for this because judgment is all over the place. Judgment, it can mean anything, but it's a big deal. It's like literally what judgment means. Like, oh, this is a big deal. So tell me more about judgment as advice for my Geminis. Tell me more about judgment. I feel like this is a big deal in your life. This is like a major deal in like your entire life. It's not just like, oh, you know, I'm doing something big this year. I'm doing something big for, you know, my teens, this is like a life endeavor. Something that you'll take with you forever, essentially. Honey. This is sweetness. This is like attraction. Okay, so if that's something you're trying to do is attract people and be attractive, honey. And on the bottom, Libra. This does all have to do with your choice. I feel like this all just stems from your choice. This has been your decision from the get-go. And I think the advice is you really need to take it, and you are taking it, as seriously as it is. Even though it's long-term, it's a big deal. This is like a big change, a big deal, a big goal, but it's important, and I think it's part of your life path. Judgment. You know, you will be judged at the end of this, but that's like not to like scare you. That's like a good thing, you know? It's like someone's going to give you probably a good grade. We'll say you get rewards if you do this correctly. That's the way I'm going to put it. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it off there. So, that's going to be your reading for today, Gemini. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate your support. And if this did resonate for you, press the like button if you would. That helps me out a lot. I'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Take care.